Dear friend, how are you? How have you been doing? I'm so glad to see you again on my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I was able to earn $1,900 in just 20 minutes. And of course, I will explain everything in details. And I will also tell you interesting facts about the Kettler channel indicator. Watch this video till the end and it will be interesting. And now let's move to PocketOption and let's go. So I have everything ready. Look, the indicator settings are standard. Like the Kettle's channel, I show everything for clarity, and the stochastic oscillator, everything is standard too. I didn't change anything. To begin with, I will explain the strategy by which I'll open deals. So I will look for a coincidence signals from the two indicators at once, and this signal should ideally be a price crossing or rebound from the upper or lower boundary of the Kettler's channel. And the simultaneous intersection of the stochastic blue line at level 80 or 20. That's about how it's in this case. It is clearly visible here that the signals coincide, namely rebound from the upper limit of the Kettler and from the stochastic 80 level, respectively. The signal was on the decline and the price makes a significant decrease in just a minute. As a signal from stochastic, you can also use the intersection of its lines, such as at this point. Again, it coincides with a signal from Kettler, this time for an increase, and as a result, an increase in quotations. So perhaps we will start trading and open a deal for an increase of $350 for 1 minute for a pair of Swiss francs, the Japanese yen. Here I just noticed the necessary signals, namely the blue stochastic line crossed level 20 from the bottom up. And here it also crossed the red line in the same direction. This is the very first signal of a possible price increase. And the second is the crossing of the lower Kettler boundary by a growing candle. And further consolidation of a new candle above this boundary. Accordingly, this was another signal of a possible increase in quotations. Let's wait for the end of the deal. In the meantime, let's talk about the Kettle's channel. Look, its central line is an ordinary moving average, but its boundaries are determined using the average true range indicator. These are its characteristics. By the way, look, our first deal ended with a profit of $322. Great! So you see, my friend, how easy it is to make a profit if you use the signals from the indicators correctly. Now let's look for more of the same moments to enter a new deal. We'll not rush, we will need to find a reliable entrance. By the way, the standard parameters of the Kettler channel work well, and they can be used on any time frame. At the same time, the parameters can be changed, but if you make the period less than 20, the indicator will become too sensitive and it will give too many false signals. Do you need it? And so I found a moment and I opened a $350 reduction deal for 1 minute. I think it won't be difficult for you to understand the reason for entering the deal here, but just in case, I'll explain. So look, the red candle breaks through the upper limit of the Kettler from top to bottom, whereby giving us the first signal of a possible price decrease. Looking further, the price stochastic line also breaks through the 80 level from top to bottom, which is also a signal for a decrease in quotations. At the same time, I didn't immediately enter into the transaction but open it on the rollback of the candle, which is an additional element of reducing risk. Unfortunately, the risk must always be remembered, since even very good signals may not be justified, and accordingly the trader will receive a loss in this case. And now we look at the chart. The deal is completed. We get a profit of $311. Not bad. By the way, you notice that insurance saved this deal from loss. By the way, you can also use Kettler with an obvious trend. In our case, you can mark this area. We see an upward price movement and a correction to the middle line of the Kettler's channel, but when continued growth. Let's go back to trading and open another $350 short trade for 1 minute. I felt that the situation hasn't exhausted itself yet, and that's why. The price hasn't gone beyond the upper limit of the channel and is below it. At the same time, the signal from stochastic increase and its lines continue to decline. In this, I see another signal for possible price decrease. Let's check it out and watch the deal unfold. In the meantime, I want to remind you that on my Telegram channel, I trade with my partners in voice chat in real time and also run marathons to increase your deposit from $150 to $50,000, so you have the opportunity to join us for this ride. To me on Telegram, I'll be waiting. Now look at the chart. The deal was completed and our balance increased by another $311. Let's move on. So do you like working with the Kettler's channel? By the way, the positive aspects of this indicator include its versatility for determining trends, breakouts and overbought reversal zones. In addition, it can be easily combined with other technical analysis tools to improve accuracy and earnings even when moving sideways. Looking through the currency pairs, I saw good moment and opened a deal to decrease by $350 for 1 minute. If you did everything right, then the profit will be a maximum of $92. Now I'll explain my decision. The price begins to break through the upper limit of the candles from top to bottom, whereby giving us a signal about a possible decline in quotations. The decrease is certainly not constant, it can be seen by the shadow of the candle, but I'm confident in its continuation, since we also have a second signal now from stochastic. After all, its lines recently broke through the 80 level, whereby leaving the overbought zone and are now steadily declining. In this movement, there is a signal of a possible decrease in the price of our asset. Whether I'm right or not, you and I will find out very soon. Let's wait for the end of the deal. Look, the deal is over and as much as $322 is going into our pocket. Great! Kettler's link with stochastic works great and helps us earn money. Meanwhile, I've closed several currency charts with low profit and I will try to find another good moment to open a deal. In the meantime, I'll tell you about the Kettler's shortcomings. Without them, nowhere. There are no perfect indicators, at least for today. So a noticeable disadvantage is the inability to use Kettler's channels separately, and this is the only indicator in trading. To achieve a profitable result, it's important to use it together with other indicators. And so, in my opinion, I found an interesting moment and opened a deal for a $350 increase for 1 minute. Let's look at what I saw here. I should immediately note that the signal was weak, but I decided to take a chance, especially since the amount of the transaction allows it. And so, 2 minutes ago, the price broke through the lower limit of the Kettler from the bottom up, after which it reached the middle line, rolled back down, but still remained within the boundaries of the channel. This was the first moment for me that indicated a possible further price increase. Further, the blue stochastic line approached level 20 from the bottom up, but didn't cross it. Nevertheless, it's growing, and for me this was the second signal for a possible price increase. But of course, I took a lot of risk in this situation because the signals were only preliminary. But look, this bundle didn't let me down and I earned $311 again. I think you've noticed that when trading with an expiration of 1 minute, every second is important. So when trading on a real account, always be as collected and attentive as possible. By the way, I have promo codes for you that will give you 50% to your deposit when replenishing, absolutely free of charge. So write to me on Telegram if, of course, you need such promo codes. By the way, I hope I was able to show you that making a profit on binary options is not difficult at all. After some searching, I found a similar situation and opened a deal to raise $350 for 1 minute. This situation is just like the textbook. Look, the price has broken through the lower limit of the Kettler from top to bottom and continues its growth. This is the first signal of a possible increase in quotations. When stochastic, its blue line also broke through the 20 level and confidently left the oversold zone. This is the second signal. We've just have to wait a bit and see the result. I hope that today we were able to clearly understand how to apply these two indicators. And let me tell you one more important point. This strategy has proven itself very well precisely with a sideways price movement. In other words, with a flat. Therefore, with strong trends, be careful. Do not take risks in vain. And now look at our deal. It ended very well and increased the trade balance by another $322. Just great. But this concludes our trading session and it's time to take stock. So the results today are also cool. We spent only 18 minutes to make 6 successful transactions and received exactly $1,900 in net profit. Great! So at the end of this video, I want to speak to you, dear friend, directly, and I want to express my gratitude to you for watching this video till the very end. And I'm grateful to those people who write comments under my videos and like them. So I see that it's a real return on what I do and what I share. So also, friend, if you like this video, please leave your reaction, your activity, for example, like or comment. I'll be very grateful to you because for me this is a great signal to continue making cool content. And for today, I say goodbye and see you again in the next video. Bye.